Hello everybody and welcome to the beginner scripting tutorial series, and in this episode we're going to be learning about printing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is create a folder where we're going to place our scripts inside of. So we're going to go over to server script service. We are going to click the plus and we're going to add a folder. We're going to go ahead and right click this and rename this to scripts, just like that. And now next to the scripts folder, we're going to click the plus and we are going to add a script. We're going to right click this, we're going to click rename, and we are going to rename this to printing. Now one last thing, we're going to go over to the window tab in the far top left corner of our screen. We're going to click on that, and you want output to have a little check mark right next to it. So now that we have that all out the way, and by the way, the output tab should look something like this. It should be this long bar toward the bottom of the screen. But anyways, as you can see, we have print hello world as a default line inside of our server script. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and test our game. And as you can see at the top of our screen, we have this test button. We're going to click that. We are going to hover over start test session, and we are going to click test, just like that. And as you can see, our character was loaded into the game, and inside the output you can see hello world has been printed. So if we go ahead and click hello world just like this, it will direct us to this line of code, this default line of code inside of our server script where it says print hello world. So let's go ahead and click this stop button right here. And now let's go back into our script. So what we're going to do is we are going to delete hello world just like this. And this is going to be our print function. And we can do multiple things with our print function. We can print different data types, we can print variables. Those are the two main things that we are going to be printing. But in this episode, we're just going to be printing a few simple data types. So the first data type we're going to be printing is a string, which is the exact same thing as hello world. This is a string. So you can tell if it's a string if it has quotation marks surrounding it. So when we go ahead and click play again, you can see hello world is printed because we printed hello world. This function right here, print, tells whatever is inside of these parentheses to be printed down here in the output. So now let's click stop and go back to our script, and let's go down one line, and we can also be able to print numbers. So I can be able to print 100 just like this. And now if we go and click play, as you can see, 100 is printed down here. Now if we go ahead and click this, we can see that 100 was printed. But you may be asking, why are there no parentheses? Well, because a number is its own value. A number value and a string value are different, but you can be able to add numbers inside of your string, although it is not a number value, it's part of a string value. So what I mean by this is I can be able to create a sentence in here saying something like, it is currently 5 o'clock, just like this. Let's just go ahead and delete this hello world part. So as you can see, I have a number 5 inside of my print statement. So if I go ahead and test, you can see it is currently 5 o'clock. 5 is printed with no issues. So if you add a number inside of a string, it does not really affect the print statement. It's not going to error out or anything. These are just two different choices. You can be able to print numbers, or you can be able to add a number inside of a string. And those are the two ways you can be able to print numbers. So if we want to iterate through numbers, what I mean by iterate is print multiple numbers in a row. What we're going to do is we're going to add a comma right here. Then we're going to say 200, for example, 250. You can do whatever order you want. We can go and click play. And as you can see, it printed the numbers, it didn't print the commas. Because if we go ahead and click stop right here, and go ahead and delete all these commas, as you can see, we're getting some syntax errors. And if we go and click play, as you can see, we got this error. Now, that's the reason why we use commas, so this does not error. You will not actually see the commas in the output, it's just there to prevent this syntax. So that is all I have for you today for this printing episode. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something new. I will see you in the next one. Peace.